What's going on, YouTube family? Alec DeLelio here, back with another guitar lesson. Today we're going to be covering Right by Mac Miller, which is one of the two new songs that were released a couple days ago as part of the Circles Deluxe album. I've been getting a lot of requests to do a tutorial on this song, so I hope this video is helpful for you guys. As always, the chords will be tabbed out, as well as the riffs that I'm going to review. They'll all be tabbed out in the description of this video, so feel free to follow along there. Before I get into it, it's been a few weeks since I've made a cover, and I just want to say I hope you all are staying safe and healthy during these crazy times. I personally have been spending a lot of time playing music, as I always do, and I hope that you guys are able to, at least as a silver lining in this time, improve your guitar playing, listen to some new music, learn some new music while we're all kind of quarantined here. So, before I get into the song, I'm just going to play a quick portion of it so you can hear how it sounds, and then we'll go through the chords one by one. It's been a while without your face, but I saw your picture on the wall the other day. Too much distance, too much space. You need to come back home and run around, yeah. So, those three chords that I just kind of played, those are the same three chords that are played throughout the entire song. At times they're played in different positions, but they are the same chords. So you really need to only know those three, which are D minor 7, or D minor open, F, and G minor 7. So we're going to review those three chords, and we're going to review two or three positions for each of them. So first we have the D minor 7. I'm playing this as a bar chord. If you are subscribed to my channel, you'll know that I love bar chords and have a strong preference for them. So for this one, you're going to use your index finger to cover the 5th fret on the bottom 5 strings. So you're disregarding the low E string here. 5th fret, and you're going to use your ring finger and your middle finger to get the 7th fret of the D string and the 6th fret of the B string, respectively. It's been a while. You can also play this as an open D minor chord, which would be an open D string or 4th string, and then you've got 2, 3, 1. So you're using your middle finger to play the 2nd fret of the G string, ring finger to play the 3rd fret of the B string, and index finger to play the 1st fret on the high E string. It's been a while. So whatever you prefer there. Moving right along, we have an F major chord, which I'm also playing as a bar chord in my cover. So for this, you're going to use your index finger to bar all 6 strings on the 1st fret. So if you're barring all of them, and then you finish the chord by using your ring finger and pinky on the 3rd fret of the 5th and 4th strings, the A and D strings, and your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. So with the bar, sounds like that. Very full sound. But you could also play this as an F open chord, F major open chord, which would actually be the same top 4 notes. So 3, 2, 1, 1. A bit easier to play it that way. So just play it how you prefer. You can try both ways. But if you're playing it as a bar chord, as we move up to the G minor 7 here, you can just move that bar up 2 frets, from the 1st fret to the 3rd fret. And for the G minor 7, the only additional note that you need is the 5th fret on the A string. Otherwise, you're just playing the 3rd fret, which is captured by that bar. So I'm using my ring finger to get that 5th fret on the A string, and just holding the bar. So the actual chord pattern is you're going to play through those chords 3 times, and then you're going to do this switch between the F and the G minor. So altogether, that's 1, 2, and then. So that's pretty much, you can play that progression throughout the entire song, and that's kind of the most bare bones way that you could do it. But if you listen to the song, halfway through the second verse, the chords seem to change a little bit. Really what's happening there is that the chords are just being played higher on the neck, and some riffs are coming into play to, make things more interesting. The bass lines during this part are also really fantastic, and I kind of, I played it on the guitar, the bass line in my cover. So for that part, you can either play the D minor the same way that we were before, which is here, or you can play it with the root note on the low E string. So that would just be, the 10th fret on the low E string is D. And to play it there, as you can see, I'm just playing 10, 10, 10, 10. So index finger on the 10th fret on the low E, and then my middle ring and pinky fingers are stacked on the 10th frets of the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. So you can do it that way, or you can you do it as a bar, play it that way, whatever you prefer. So you're playing them with the same pattern, so. But the positions are different, as I said. So you'll play the D minor that way. We're going to play the F major 7 this way. So that's with your index finger on the 8th fret of the A string, and then your ring finger on the 10th fret of the 4th string, your middle finger on the 9th fret of the 3rd string, and your pinky finger is stacked directly below your ring on the 10th fret of the B string or the 2nd string. And then for the G minor 7, we're going to play it here. And this is the exact same position as the first chord, the D minor 7, but rather than, with the root note on the 5th fret, it's on the 10th fret. So that's 10, 12, 10, 11, index finger on the 10th fret of the A string, ring finger on the 12th fret of the D string or 4th string, and your middle finger on the 11th fret of the B string or 2nd string. So altogether that's so definitely practice that. Again, it's tabbed out in the description. There's a couple riffs that I played in my cover that I also want to review here that come in during this part. You guys should note that if you want a riff on the song, the riffs that I'm about to show you right now, or like any additional riffs that you would come up with yourselves, you're going to want to use the D minor pentatonic scale. So the first one is so for that, I'm kind of doing a hammer on there on the 10th and 12th frets of the D string. And then I'm using my index finger to play the 10th frets on the 3rd and 2nd strings. Oops. And then the 12th to 10th fret of the D string. So 10, 12, 12, 10. So you're staying in that range. And then the second riff is actually part of the bass line that Thundercat plays, which is fantastic. And that goes like this. I don't want to go through this note by note, but I will play it slowly so you can see. And I'd recommend you follow along using the tabs in the description. So. So again, it's So that's, going to be a bit difficult at first. You can play around with it. You can play around with other things in this, again, D minor pentatonic scale. But yeah, that's the basis of the song. I hope that this is helpful for you guys, and I hope that you're able to learn the song and play it yourselves. Let me know if you have any additional questions or any additional requests. And again, I hope everyone stays safe and healthy during these times. Thank you guys for watching.